Hi. Let's talk about the Snowpeaks Festival. So you can get to the event in the Hall of Heroes. You can access the Hall of Heroes from any teleporter or from the captain on your guild ship. Once you're inside the Hall of Heroes, you're looking for Flurry. Flurry, as an NPC, is going to have all of the rewards available as well as the two different events that come with the Snowpeak Festival. So, keys are required to do either of the two challenges necessary to do the Snow Peaks. Keys you can get from special champions that are going to be out in the quests that you do. Uh, you got to run at least hard difficulty to find champions in the quests that you're doing, but they are going to be like these full snowman versions of champions, and they will drop icy treasure chests. And there is a chance that you can get a Snow Peaks key out of this chest from the champion. I think there's also a small chance that you can get a key from just any end chest. Um, but the two challenges for the Snow Peaks Festival are the peaks or the climb. The peaks is a slide, and the slide is very easy. You just go down the slide and you run into coins and you will collect them. The gold coins that you want the most, and then the silver, and then the copper. If you miss some copper, I wouldn't worry about it, but you definitely want to pick up all the gold and the silver. The climb is a constant jumping puzzle, and it is challenging. If you don't have a 40 jump, don't worry too much about it. Right when you step in, there's going to be a small pile of jump potions that will get you to 40 jump, and you can continue to do the challenge. But just know that it it is difficult. Uh, there are sort of checkpoints along the way as you're jumping up, and when you hit these checkpoints, there's going to be a chest for you to loot. And also, if you fall off, you will always return back to the highest checkpoint that you've arrived at. So if you fall off right at the beginning, you're just going to come back to the start. But if at the first checkpoint, second checkpoint, third checkpoint, you will always just return there. And the jumping does get more difficult. There is at one point there is a house that you will end up jumping around. I recommend getting to the checkpoint just on the other side of the house before you try what I'm about to say, but come back to the house and go around the back side of the house. When you jump around the back side of the house, you will eventually get to a flask. It is a dart. It's a level 30 dart called the Eternal Sun Flask. It's a bound to account dart. It's pretty good for being bound to account. Ranged weapon if you need one. The thing is that it cannot be fed to a gem, so don't think that you're going to go and get it and use it as food. But just as a dart, it's okay. And if you only get that far in the jumping is to get that, and then you exit out, that believe me, that's okay. The jumping itself can be very frustrating, but if you get to the end, and if you get to the end without falling even once, you should take a screenshot of your time and go ahead and put that somewhere online, because that is very impressive. Bragging rights to you. Okay. So the whole point of getting the coins, the gold and the silver, is so that you can actually trade them in and get some rewards. One of the reward sets is cosmetics. There's the crown, cape, and cloth armor that I've got on here. There's the snowman pet. You can get consumables, but I want to point out a couple of things. So, like, if you need to get your dexterity high as possible, the festive augment of dexterity, or charisma, festive augment of charisma. The Snow Peaks ruby is pretty fun at low levels, but you kind of get past it. The Iron Hand is cold iron. I feel like you can get that somewhere else. Not a big deal. But this one, the Sapphire Snow Peak Speed, it is 30% enhancement bonus to your movement speed. It is blue, goes in a blue slot or a green slot. It's a sapphire. At level 8, unless you are going to use the Marshwalker set or you have a quiver of alacrity lying around, this is the easiest way to get 30% movement speed at level 8. There's also a topaz, but that requires collectibles. This one you can just go and get. It's not going to be that bad. Just get some keys, do the slide, have 30% movement. Just put it on an item that you plan on wearing for a while until you get to level 20, where 30% is common. So, highest recommendation there. As far as the other things that are on the list, really, of course, it's up to you. I think the other one here is going to be here in this one, the imbue dice. It's 1 filigree for 1 imbue dice, and when you're at the end game, if you've got 1 extra slot in your weapon and you're not really sure what to do and you're an imbue build, this is pretty good. But that's it for Snowpeaks Festival. Good luck and happy hunting.